Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some time with me today. Spring has finally hit here. We have a beautiful day. We've had the last couple of days have been absolutely beautiful and hopefully it's set to last for another few days. But unfortunately the sun is slightly in and out, so I hope the lighting is okay. But today I wanted to do a kind of get ready with me my smoky eye. So it's kind of an evening time look, so I'm going to do a more full coverage foundation, and yeah, hopefully it's kind of like what I wore the other day, but a little amped up a little bit. I had a smoky eye in my last video, so I'm going to get stuck in because I am very conscious of not keeping you too long. So I'm just going to clip my hair back. And you may notice that I've had my hair cut. I had it cut this morning. You'll see it better when I'm done. Okay, I am going to start first of all with what I always start with, and that's my Catrice Camouflage Cream. And I'm going to pop it on. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll know I absolutely love this because it corrects the darkness under my eyes. So I'm going to just pop that on with, this is actually a dry beauty sponge. It works just as well dry as wet, so it just depends. Sorry, I don't want to blind you. And that just corrects that darkness under my eye. It doesn't conceal it completely, but it does really help to neutralize it quite a bit, as you can see. Now I'm using the YSL All Hours foundation today. I didn't purchase it, I got a sample, and I think I spoke about this last week, but the girl, when she was putting it on me, I hadn't tried it before, but I heard so much about it. So she advised me to use an illuminating primer underneath it. So I'm using the Becca Backlight. That's it there. And now it worked beautifully because she used the YSL. That's all I'm using. It's a pea-sized amount. She used the YSL primer. So I'm hoping, she did say that this would work with any kind of illuminating primer. I have a mirror here to my side, so I'm sorry if I'm looking away. Oops, managed to get it in there. So you can see that actually does give, I hope it's picking up, that really does give luminosity. I just kind of pat it in, let it set for a minute. So where's the lid? There it is. Yeah, so I cannot remember the colour. I just can't remember the colour offhand what this is. I have it written down and I'll link it below, but it's one of the paler ones. I usually am an ivory or maybe a cool ivory. That's it there. So I'll swatch it on the inside of my wrist. So it's a lovely pale shade because I'm a pale girl, even in the summertime. Just wipe that away. So my skin doesn't really pick up a colour. I would self-tan my body, I never self-tan my face. So I'm going to use a brush to apply this because that's what she did. So I'm going to put some out on my hand. Oops. Now I may have to put out some more. I've put about that much out. I don't know what that equates to in terms of pumps. And I'm using a brush to apply, and it's the Sephora, what number is it? It's a Pro Foundation number 47, and it's kind of like an angled brush. But she used a brush to put it on, so I'm going to try and replicate that. And I will use my mirror here. I normally start at the center of my face and work out, because as you can see, I hope the camera's picking up on it, I have redness in my cheeks. I don't know if it's rosacea as such, it's just kind of like little broken capillaries, but this is a heavier coverage foundation, it's a more full coverage foundation than I would normally wear, so I would like this for kind of an evening look. And I am going to use a little bit more, but I'm just kind of blending it out, and I'm going to see where I need more coverage. But it feels really nice on the skin. I really like the colour I think it's a good colour match for me, because you know, it's blending very well into my neck as well, so it doesn't look like I have the wrong colour. Just putting a little bit more out, and I'm going to go up onto my forehead. I have a little blemish there that I want to cover, which I will in a minute. This is actually a lovely brush, because I normally like this one, which is my blank canvas. It's the F08, this one here. It's kind of like a buffing brush, and I normally like to apply my foundation with that, but I'm really liking this particular brush, and I suppose different foundations apply differently with different brushes. Now I'm just going to, with what's left, bring it over a little onto my ears, even though I've got earrings on, and then down onto my neck. And I have my skincare underneath, obviously, so serum, my vitamin C serum, my moisturizer, my sunscreen, eye cream. Just blend that around my eyes a little bit. Okay. I'm looking at it in the, I don't know if it's a 5x mirror, just to see, is it settling into pores or anything. No, it looks okay. And in fact, I imagine I could even put a little bit more on my cheeks. So I'm just going to use the little doe foot and pop some more on my cheeks, because, as I say, that's where I would get the redness. And if I was going out in the evening, I kind of want a nice flawless base. We'll just see how that builds as well. And this is, I suppose all foundations are, if you go for higher end foundation, they're all a little bit pricey. This one is €44. But when the day I got the sample, the girl explained that, oops, they had a special on that weekend. I think it was until the 9th, that if you purchased it and you had a Debenhams card, rewards card, you got €5 back on your card. So it brought it down to 39, which I suppose is pretty good. Now, I haven't applied this with a beauty sponge. Did I try? I think I've tried it once since I got the sample. Now, so I hope the lighting is okay. So you can, I don't know if you can see, it's a good colour match. I hope the lighting is okay. Now, I am going to put a little, no, I'm not going to put powder on it just yet. I'm going to wait and see. Now, onto the eyes, because that's the focus of today's, where's my mirror? I'm going to start with my brows because I want to frame my face. Actually, I'll prime my eyes first so that it can set. And this is my NYX Proof It, waterproof. Sorry. There it is. I love this primer. And it doesn't irritate my eyes, but it just kind of gives a nice base. But if you don't have a primer, don't panic. You can use, if you have a MAC paint pot or a Maybelline Colour Tattoo, they work pretty well as well. Just to kind of hold the colour. I just want to put the lid on that sample. What am I doing? Oh, 8 minutes already. Okay. On to brows, because as I say, the focus of this is the eyes. Now, they're my natural brows. I do have brow hair, but they're just going lighter like the rest of my hair. So I'm going to start by just gently and softly putting a guideline under the, on the underside of my brow. Oops, like this, so that I don't go below that. And then I want to go here. So that's kind of where I need to start my brows. I have a tiny little smudge mark there so that I can see, and I'm just going to go over the hairs I have and fill in any gaps and slightly bring it up so that it lifts my eyes, doesn't pull them down. And this is a great brow product. It's a NYX eyebrow pencil. It's got the little brush on one end, and it has a thicker waxy pencil on the other, and I'll let you see. You can see that, and that is literally all I have left, so I'm nearly out of it, because they do another one that's a smaller, thinner pencil. So that's one done and one not. So you can see the difference that brows make. So even that makes a huge difference. And again, I am going to start with putting a guideline under the brow, so I don't go any lower than that. And then I'm going to make a little smudge. So you go along the side of your nose, directly up, and that's where your brow should start. So you can see there where I've made a little smudge. That's really where my brow should start. And I do have brow hairs there, they're just very fair. And what I really like about this product is that if you make a mistake, it's very easy to correct it. I'm not so happy with that one, so I'm just going to, and you can actually just correct it with your finger or a cotton swab. Make sure that they look not quite the same. The other one is a little bit thicker, so oops, I went a bit crazy there. Okay, I think they look fairly much the same. And then you can blend it out so they look more like natural hair and not just pencil. And you could do that with, if you had a little spoolie. Okay, so my eyes are framed. Okay, now I'm using MAC shadows because these are shadows that I bought recently, and the colours, because they're in my customizable palette, these are the ones I'm going to use. So I'm going to start with this one. This is Quarry. So I'm going to put that in my crease. I'm going to put Omega all over the lid, and then I'm going to use Print to darken it and smoke it out. And then for a little highlight, this is Shroom. So I'll link them below or list them below. Now I am using, for my crease, where's my favourite crease brush? This is a Zoeva, and it is the, what number is it? Oh, it's the 231 Luxe Petite Crease. That's it there. And it's just a lovely size. I have deep set, slightly hooded eyes, so I need kind of slightly more precise brushes. So I'm going in with Quarry. Sorry, I'm showing my straps. I'm going to go in with Quarry, and I'm just kind of spinning the brush in it. And I'm going to go, I kind of go onto my eye bone socket, or eye socket bone, and just start off with a little crease colour. And I tend to go above it slightly so that I lift the eye. It's all about lifting. So I lift the eye rather than drag it down. So this is my crease colour. So you can see it just creating a nice little shadow there. And the same on the other side. I'm just doing a little windshield wiper movement. They're both fairly similar. Onto my, all over my lid, and I'm going to put that on with a MAC brush. I don't know what number it is because it's worn away, but it's a flat shadow brush. I'll see if I can find the number. Why do they make them so that the numbers wear away? I'm going in with Omega, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid. So you can see already that this is a totally different look for me. I don't normally go with, I normally have lighter colours. But this is an evening look. So all over the lid and up to where I applied the crease colour. And we need to speed up, Daphne. Okay. So that's Omega all over the lid. And then I am going in with, where did I put that? A slightly fluffier brush, and it is the MAC, I think it's a 217, and I'm going in with Print. Now, you have to be careful because this is quite a dark colour, so it's easier to add than take away. So I'm going back into my crease again, and I'm bringing it out. So you can see, now it looks kind of scary, don't worry, blend it out. And the same on this side. And seriously, my eyes are different, they really are different when it comes to applying makeup, because I often find this eye, my right eye, I can apply my crease colours much easier and they look much better. When I go to do my left eye, for some reason they don't look, to me they don't look the same. So I spend time tweaking them. So you can see where it's slightly different, even though, so I need to bring that down a little bit more into the crease just to, looks nice. Okay, I'm taking my smaller crease brush again. Where did I put it? There it is. This back to the Zoeva one. I'm going to use the same print, and I'm going to make a reverse 7. So into my outer V, I'm making a reverse 7. And don't worry, any fallout, because I do find I get fallout from this, any fallout I will clean up with concealer. So you can see that's quite a dark shade, and again I'm making a reverse 7 to create the outer V and pulling it out and up rather than down. That still looks scary, don't worry. I'm looking in two different mirrors. Okay, now I'm going to go in with that fluffy brush again. Why did they disappear? There it is. And I'm going to go in with, I think I'll go back in with Quarry. And a lot of creating a smoky eye is to do with kind of playing around with colours and blending them. So I'm putting that over the lid again on top of Omega and blending it out into the darker colour, which is Print, like so. And then I'm just using an Urban Decay brush. I always use this for blending. So blend from the inside out. Quite a smoky look. I'm going to have to get a tissue, so excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Just needed a tissue. Now I'm going to line with this with Print, and I am using it's a MAC angled brush, and I'm going to go in into Print there, and I'm going to line my eyes with it and smoke it out. So onto the top lid, and I'm going to go as far in as I can, and as you can see there's fallout, okay, but don't worry, I will clean that up, and I'm going to pull it out into a little wing. It's Friday evening and school is out and the sun is shining, and I think my kids think it's actually summertime. But with Irish weather, it's notoriously changeable, so I have to keep saying to them, be careful, because, you know, you'll think it's summer and you'll go out in really light clothes and then you'll end up being sick. So I'm going to line underneath my bottom lashes as well, which is, again, something I don't normally do. But in order to create this smoky look. And actually, Print is very easy to work with for lining, except that it has fallout. That's the only problem. But it's a good liner. It's a good liner colour. There's lots of pigment. So I'm only going to go maybe halfway in underneath there. Now I will come back to that. I'll try and just, we'll have to clean this up with concealer. Yeah, note to self, next time use a tissue. Okay, so that's my liner. That one, that side doesn't look right at all. Let me fix that. Do you ever find if your eye starts to kind of tear, but you can't actually see it, but you're just, the skin is moist, and so the eyeshadow doesn't adhere to it, it just keeps wiping away or wearing away. That happens to me all the time, even if I'm wearing a primer. Okay, now I am going to put a little highlighter on, and I'm going to use just a fluffy brush. It's Eco Tools, and this one is Shroom, nice light champagne-y colour, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone. It's very subtle, but it just is enough on my brow bone, and a little on the inner corner, just to give it a bit of lift. I can see something, there it is. Okay, I'm at 21 minutes, so I'm going to apply my mascara. You don't really need to see me doing that. So I'm going to pause for a minute and do my mascara, and then I'll come back and show you how I clean up. Back in a sec. Now, mascara is done. I'm still not too happy with this part, but and I haven't cleaned up here, so we'll do that in a minute. I want to intensify it and make it a little bit more smoky, so I'm going to use my Sephora Eye Contour Contour Eye Pencil 12-Hour Wear. And this was my holy grail. It's in the colour Tiramisu, but it's tending to break down on me a little, so it's grand if it's in the under part of my lash, but if I wear it on the upper part, it tends to break down and smear on me. So I don't know if my eyes are just not liking it anymore. So I'm kind of going on my waterline just to make it that little bit more smoky. And I will take that into the corner as well. I'm going right into the corner here. And again, this is happening. My eyes are moist there at the side. Don't know why. And it's not helping the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to apply another quick coat of mascara, because I think when you do a smoky eye, you need lashings of mascara. And this is the Essence Lash Princess, the purple one. It just gives amazing lashes. So literally lash on the mascara for a smoky eye. Now I'm going to clean up. I'm kind of disappointed that there's that much fallout, and I'm going to use my Lancome Effercern concealer, and you need the tiniest amount of this, literally that much. I'm actually going to put it on with a foundation brush. This is a MAC foundation brush. It's the 180. I often do this and just sort of paint it on like that under the eye area, and that's brightening as well. A tiny bit more. What are we doing? Oh my goodness! And just, oh, got mascara on my finger now. I am clumsy when it comes to mascara, so I don't need any on my fingers. So you can see how that's kind of brightened that area up. Still a little bit blonde. Really forgetting. Okay, I'm going to do a little contour with my MAC Harmony, and I'm kind of all over the place today. I want a very subtle blush look because I want the eyes to be the focus. So a little under the cheekbones of MAC Harmony. Then I am using, did I take it out? What is wrong with me? 1 second. This is my Chanel number 15 Orchid Rose. If I could open it now to be even better, but no, there we go. I don't want to blind you. There it is. Beautiful, subtle blush shade. So, as I say, I just want the eyes to be the focus. So this is just a beautiful, subtle shade. And then a tiny, tiny little bit of highlight. Where's my brush gone again? Oh, what did I do with it? Okay, I have to use a different one. I don't know what I did with my brush. Oh, there it is. This is a Catrice powder highlighter. What is it in? And the lid is broken. It's in Light Infusion. It's just a lovely champagne-y colour, and I'm just going to hit the cheekbones with that. That's it. And I'm going to do my... No, I am going to put some powder on, just a little, because I find that this powder really kind of brings everything together. And it's, as I say, it's the number 7 Airbrush Away translucent finishing powder, and I'm using a blank canvas powder brush. It's an F25, lovely big fluffy powder brush, and this just sort of brings everything together. And I find if I've made any mistakes, or I have, you know, I look as if I haven't blended very well, it goes really well under the eyes as well. Oh, look at that, the moisture in my eyes, I don't know. I'm going to have to fix it. So just a brush all over. Now I'm going to pause and put my lipstick on, and I will tell you what I've used. Now I've done my lips. I lined with Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. That's it there. And I filled in as well. And then on top I have put an Inglot, I think it's a lip cream. They don't tend to do, it's number 53, but it's a lovely nude. It's coming off kind of rosy, but it's actually kind of, yeah, it's kind of rosy peachy. It's a bit of everything really. But I like to put it on with just my finger, and I just pop it on. It's really comfortable to wear, and again, because I'm doing a smoky eye, I want a sort of a neutral lip. So that's more or less the makeup. I'll just fix my hair. We'll zhuzh it up a little bit, and I don't think I've forgotten anything. And I did get my hair, as I said, I did get my hair cut today. I just got some more layers cut into it. Let me know what you think. Just long, the layers start at the back from about here, and then just layers from about here. And she did a kind of a, you know, a curly blow dry with the brushes. So I'm really happy with that. So that's the look. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think. I've never done a smoky eye in a Get Ready With Me. It's slightly out of my comfort zone, but I think if I was going out, this is the sort of look I would like to wear, with the emphasis on the eyes and everything else sort of very neutral. So please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Comments and questions below, suggestions below, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Bye!